My name is Chantal Theeuwer. I'm Manager International Business at Fontys University of Applied Sciences in Venlo. Studying international business means that you will be trained to become an all-round expert, so a generalist in the working field. And you could imagine fields like supply chain, marketing and sales, but also human resource management and finance and control. You are trained to work in big multinational companies, and that means that international cultures and international environment and the backgrounds have to be taken into account. This means that you will be confronted with that on a daily basis. You will learn to work together with students from different cultures on these real-life business cases. And next to that, we offer you modules that will give you the knowledge that you need at that time in the project.
I chose international business because I wasn't quite sure what exactly I wanted to study in the business world. So international business has a bit of everything. There's a bit of marketing, a bit of finance, a bit of HR. So I could, see a bit of everything and have a look what I would like to do and what direction I would like to go later.
I chose international business because I didn't know what exactly to do with my job later on, and I wanted to have a very generalistic approach and see a lot of different things that you can do within the reach of business and economics. And then, of course, also the communicational side behind it and learning about how to communicate with different cultures, and that was very important to me.
What really characterizes is that not only the students come from different backgrounds, but also the lecturers come from different backgrounds. So you have 50 lecturers coming from over 80 nationalities and who have worked in the business field, who are able to talk from own experiences. So the full program is also taught in English. Like mentioned before, you study international business where you do real-life business cases. We call this project-based learning. And this means that at the core of every semester there is one project. And in that project you and students work together on a certain business life challenge. And next to that project you have several classes or lectures that will give you the input that you need at that time for the project. In the second year you even participate in the starter factory together with students from other or different study programs. So interdisciplinary, you work together in making a business case for a product or a service that you think of or invent together with your fellow students, and you try to write that business plan to put it on to the market.
I chose Fontys Venlo because I love the project-based learning here, and it's very different than another university. So you're not sitting in the lecture hall listening all year long and then write your exams, but you actually practice what you learn in class.
Next to projects, knowledge classes and skills modules, you also have personal and professional development. That is where you work on taking the next step in your career as a student, but also as a starting professional. This is where you learn to work on your own development, getting tools and taking steps into making decisions for the future. You have your own personal coach who is guiding you throughout all these steps and throughout the 4 years of the program. And this is someone to support you, facilitate you, but also to guide you in taking the right next decisions and steps. So a daily schedule or a weekly schedule of a student again evolves around that project. So you have fixed blocks where you work in a project area together with other students in your project group on the project. Next to that, we have the so-called feed-in modules. Those are the knowledge modules that you might have 1 or 2 on a day that will give you the input you need for the project. Next to that, you and your fellow students, of course, get together outside of the scheduled project blocks to work on your own assignments, to work maybe try languages with each other, but also again work on the project outside of the scheduled project blocks. So which student would fit in a project-based learning environment? Of course, you have to be in for a challenge. You should be curious, wanting to know how to get to that solution. You should be a team player, open to work with those other culture and your fellow teammates, but also be able to function independently. You have to be interested in different cultures because you will learn to work together with them, and you have to sometimes adapt to each other.
what surprised me the most is because everybody says at universities, you can be really close to your teachers. Here, that is actually something that is true. Like the relationship between students and teachers, that is something that is very dear to teachers here, or to Fontys Venlo especially. And I think that's very helpful when you come from a different country.
After studying international business, there are several options to continue studying. You could go into a master's program, for instance, marketing. But you could also go into a master's program that has to do with organizational psychology, human resource management, supply chain and operations, a master in business administration, or a master in business and management. There are many ways to go, because international business is this broad, generalistic study program. In the end, you design your own career where you end up using the strengths and qualities that you will have. And that is what we train you to become.